Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Diamond in the Rough podcast. A couple of rough looking guys talking about some much better looking guys on a baseball diamond. If you're listening to us on YouTube, hello there. Hi, just welcome. If you're listening to us on Spotify, be sure to check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're on YouTube, we do have a Spotify if you want to take us to go. And yeah, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot to see when we're going to be posting because we have no idea what our schedule is. The most organized, it's called Diamond in the Rough for a reason. Anyways, I am NMR.
Emphasize, bold, all the shit to the word rough.
Oh yeah, Diamond in the
much.
Rough underlined a few times there for us. Yeah. Anyways, I'm NMR Sports per usual. I'm here with my buddy Mick Miller 42 and Therialt of Therialt Gaming. Nick Therialt, my guy. I said it right for you. You're welcome.
Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. Anyways, I don't speak Canadian. Sorry. Anyways, you can always find me on Instagram and Twitter at NMR Sports 30, and then I got a YouTube. We're closing in on 650 subscribers, slowly but surely, and even on TikTok, bro. I've been killing that TikTok game. Not gonna lie, man. And I just joined the Size Up. That's pretty cool. Anyways, what's been going on with you guys?
So yeah, Mick Miller 42 here. All platforms, Mick Miller 42. I promise I'm alive. I promise content's coming back. I was sitting here and I'm like, why do I feel like shit? Why can't I make content? All this stuff. Can't feel motivated. I have mono, so that's why. Have had it for a few weeks now, but I'm feeling better, so excited to get back into it. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, McMiller42, all that good stuff. And I love how you always say Therialt of Therialt Gaming because it makes it sound like a big company. Like there's tons of people.
Exactly. So, yeah. Mr. Therialt, Dr. Therialt, Professor Therialt. I don't know, man.
It's gonna be a big company someday. I'm definitely getting there. But you guys can follow me on Twitch, Instagram at NickTerio12, TheRiult, and then Terio Gaming 12 on Instagram. Currently closing in on 250 follows. I think we're like 7 follows away from that goal. Also, there's gonna be an announcement soon on my Twitter. So stay tuned for that.
Ooh.
Is it like an announcement, or is it like announcement?
Yeah, is it like
I have to pee?
Oh my god, dude! It's a little story here. My girlfriend always, if you have a girlfriend, your girlfriend will always tell you like stupid stories. But she'll always tell you like stupid stories about like something her friend posted on Instagram or something her other friend or boyfriend or did. So they did that. They were like, "Oh, we got a big announcement for you guys coming." You're like, "Okay, they're getting married or they're pregnant, something like that." They were just announcing that they got vaccinated.
Oh my god!
Like, why would you build that up? Just no one cares.
Bare minimum, people.
Literally, no one cares. Stop acting. Really... Nobody gives.
It's nothing like that.
Yeah,
it's nothing like that.
Oh shit, my man got partner, didn't he? Congrats. Nick Therialt, partner on Twitch.
Twitch partner.
He's teaming up with Dugout Creative. He's teaming up with Dugout Creative to release his first line of merchandise.
Yes.
Let's go.
I wish someday.
Yeah. Anyways, as they say at weddings sometimes, we are gathered here today to discuss the man behind me. Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about our home run derby selections because they just announced Shohei Ohtani will be competing in the 2021 home run derby. Absolute W for baseball. W for the entire sports world. Literally within like 5 seconds, they're talking about it on the Pat McAfee show, who just doesn't talk about baseball. So
yeah,
huge W for the game of baseball. Oh, yeah. No, my YouTube's basically a Shohei Ohtani fan page, and when I tell you I get hundreds of comments that are just like, Shohei is the only reason I'm watching baseball right now, that it's a thing. People are just watching to see him.
He's phenomenal for the sport, man. I wish I wasn't able to watch the game on YouTube when he pitched. I wish I was able to, but he's just don't get hurt during the fucking derby, man. Like people have that happens a lot with people. I don't care. Baseball gods, I don't like. Literally, the Yankees can lose every game from here on out. If Ohtani doesn't get hurt during the home run derby, it's a dub.
Oh yeah,
yeah, for sure.
It's just so cool to see because, like, honestly, we always just come into the home run derby thinking like, oh, these guys are leading in home runs. They're all gonna just be lining up the door to be in the home run derby. But a lot of players don't want to do it. Like Nelson Cruz has never done it before. I don't think, has he? Right?
Maybe a while
He,
ago.
he might
Maybe in
have
like
like
2012
once.
or something. But like Mike Trout hasn't
Maybe-
done it. A lot of these guys want to avoid it because it
Yeah,
messes
Aaron
with their
Judge
swing.
too. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, Judge did it in the past, and he kind of. I mean, he didn't ruin his second half, but I think he was like. I think he had like a 60-game stretch of striking out in every single game he was in since
Yeah.
post home run derby. So
I think he
have-
said he would only do it if they returned to New York to do it.
that makes sense.
Nelson Cruz was in the 2009.
See, yeah.
Listen to this real quick. Listen to this field of players that he was in the 2009 home run derby with. Prince Fielder, who won it. Cruz, back when he played for the Rangers. Ryan Howard, your boy Albert Pujols, Carlos Pena, Joe Mauer, Adrian Gonzalez, and Brandon Inge, who did not hit a single home run in the home run derby.
Why the fuck was Brandon Inge in there?
He didn't hit a homer. That's pretty sad.
Joe Mauer was in a home run derby?
He hit 5 home runs. So
But,
I
like-
could probably hit a home run in the home.
Dude,
run.
What was.
Prin-
Did Joe Mauer ever have like a maybe 30 home run season?
I think he hit 30. I think wasn't 09 the year he won MVP.
Yeah, but did he ever hit
I
over
really-
35? I don't think he ever did. He was always been a contact guy to me.
But Nelson, or sorry,
let's
Prince
see.
Fielder. Nelson Cruz came in second, by the way. Prince Fielder only hit 23 total home runs in this derby,
And he won.
and he won. Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays
Yeah,
you have to
but-
hit like what? Didn't Vladdy hit like 90 something last year?
Oh my god, it was insane.
Wait, didn't you said Joe Mauer? This is 2009, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at his baseball reference right now, and he hit 28 home runs and 1 MVP in that year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why was he in the home run derby? That's
Doesn't make sense.
He's not even the weirdest pick in this fucking thing.
Yeah, he's not.
Brandon
but-
Inge is-
Dude, the home run derby. Okay, well, with that being said, let's like get an idea, talk about our picks. I have at least one that I think's kind of weird and wonky that like you wouldn't think of off the top of your head.
Brandon Inge.
Yeah, right. I think we should bring
JP Crawford.
50-year-old.
Oh my god.
Bro, JP Crawford's hitting some
I-
dingers.
I was about to say, you know what? I tried to like find the clip where we talked about JP Crawford and then like his hitting stats since we said that in the last episode. Dude's been raking since we made fun of him, so good for him.
Yeah, same thing happened with Matthew Boyd when you talked about it in your YouTube video too.
It's true.
Yeah, same thing happened with Keenan Middleton flexed on the Angels, and then we went on an 8-2 stretch, sweeping both series. It was great.
Yep.
So just don't talk shit. That's
Middleton got sent down to the AAA, so
yeah. It's a great day for all. But okay, so getting into our home run derby field, the only locked player we have right now from the time of recording this, they could release one literally at like 3:00, and anyways. But Shohei Ohtani, the only guy we have currently locked into a spot. I assume we all agree with that pick. He's going to be in all of our where nobody has
Green
an
bracket, yes.
issue with Shohei.
No objections here.
Why don't we? I mean, there's 3 other spots, so why don't we each give one that we think, and then we can fill out the rest of our bracket.
yeah. Number 2. I mean, I know he was in it in the last home run derby, but he's also second out right now in the MVP race. I got to go with my dude Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Too much fun to watch. That thin air in Colorado. I mean, he might hit 100 home runs for the first time ever in a home run derby. Like you never know. He's
Dude,
it's so good for the game that he's good, and I just love it, man. He's got to be there.
it's gonna be incredible, man. Like, I'll be shocked if nobody hits a home run out of Coors Field. I think
Yeah.
Shohei might hit one over the third deck, like out of the stadium, and I also think
Shohei's
Vladimir
gonna hit one out.
Yeah, I think Vlad could also hit one over the concourse and out of the
But you
stadium
know that
too.
like big fucking jumbotron that they added a couple years ago.
Dude.
Like
Yeah.
it's got the mountains on the top.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's gonna hit the mountain. Like I
Dude.
pray that happens.
That'd be
'Cause,
really cool
like,
to see.
Well, yeah, dude, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, obviously, you mentioned Vladimir Guerrero, the second in the MVP race right now. Any other year, like he's having like a Miguel Cabrera Triple Crown like season.
He literally could
And
win
he
the triple
might
crown
win
and
the
not
triple-
MVP.
Yeah, exactly. He very well might win the Triple Crown. I will say Shohei's creeping up, man. 21 dingers as of last night, the 2 home run game. But
Yeah.
dude, this is going to be a battle for the ages. I know it's going to be one of those things where somebody chokes. It could be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just comes out and doesn't hit home runs. Someone did that in Miami. I can't remember who it was, whether it was Stanton or some random guy. But anyways, yeah. So obviously those are the two top picks right now.
Yeah, you guys all had Vladdy, I imagine.
Oh,
yeah, I definitely had Vladdy. Like after his performance in 2019, you kind of have to take Vladdy. Plus, like he's been playing ridiculously. Like
Yeah, he wasn't even good in 19 either, and
Yeah.
now he's fucking fantastic. And
yeah, like and he
Here
was
he
hitting
is.
all those bombs in that home run derby, and then and just add the Coors effect to it all, and the year that he's having now, it's just it's a lock. It has
Oh,
to
yeah.
be.
Yeah. So those two, I guarantee both of them will be in it. Obviously, we know Shohei. I think Vlad's going to be the next one announced.
well, you
Yeah.
also get like if you win, you get like a pretty good bonus. There's money involved, so that's why
And
I
don't-
put
don't you
Vlad in
want, like,
here
a car
because
too?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's usually like a Chevy truck or something. Like I don't know why, but
I would love a truck.
Isn't that the All-Star Game MVP? Do they do that for the home run derby winner too?
oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
No,
I
never
remember
mind. That's completely
Trout-
different.
Trout's such a fucking goon that one year he's like, I need a reliable car. Let me get the pickup truck. And then the next year he's like, yeah, I got the pickup truck last year. Let me just I'll get the Corvette this year.
Yeah.
What a fucking flex, bro. What a flex. Anyways, all right, Nick, do you got who's your third pick? I feel like there's a steep drop off after these two, but who's your pick?
I mean, I'm looking at the home run leaders on my phone at the moment, but I feel like a sneaky choice for this derby would be Adolis Garcia. He's young and he's had a lot of power this year. He's not up there with Vlad or Tatis or Ohtani, but he'll get there. I think eventually, because right now he's sitting at 17 home runs. He's just shown so much tremendous power that I think having him in the home run derby at Coors Field would be a lot of fun to watch.
Oh yeah, without
Plus,
a doubt.
he's completely new to the MLB. Like nobody knew who he was until like last month, literally.
Oh yeah, and that's the kind of guy who's probably going to be more eager to be in it.
yeah,
You
exactly.
always see a lot of young guys, a lot of rookies. The veterans don't typically like to be in it. The last trying to think, I feel like in the last few home run derbies we've always been seeing like Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge,
Acuna.
yeah, all the younger guys we haven't really been seeing. Kind of once you get to a certain age, you're first of all it takes an extreme toll on your body. Like just if you've ever hit batting practice for an hour straight, you know how much it can tire you out just swinging
It's
that
tough
hard.
as a
that many times.
23-year-old too.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're if you're Albert Pujols' age, you're not really going to be want to be swinging that
No.
hard for that long.
Well, Pujols isn't going to be in any home run derbies anytime soon.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they would do. Maybe like if this was confirmed his last season, he would do like an honorary round, like a 2-minute round of just Albert Pujols and not moving forward or backwards. You know.
It's like that SpongeBob. Hold on, it's like that SpongeBob episode with the snail race. You know when they have the
Yeah,
old ass
yeah.
snail, he comes out with the torch, and he's like
Yeah.
slithering slowly there. It's like, wow, everybody cheer him on. He walks up to the plate with a walker. He's like,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
If they-
exactly.
swing. It's just him standing
Yeah.
there and then doing this thing. He just takes the pitch. He just takes every pitch. It's like
if
this.
if there was a grounding into double play derby, but Albert Pujols would be leading the charge very easily. That'd be pretty exciting. And the Yankees.
Double plays is a trigger word for me right now. The Yankees are just fucking.
Oh, they're something else, man.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
so Garcia wasn't. Adolis Garcia was not on my board. I almost put him there. But I was thinking partially like actual predictions / dream bracket.
yeah.
And for my
No.
number 3 spot, I have 2 picks because I know this guy is not going to do it most likely. I don't care if he's in it every year. Give me Stanton in the Derby. I mean, that dude
Oh,
just
yeah.
hits balls harder and farther than anyone else. Like it's just a fact.
Yeah, having
So-
Stanton in the Derby would be a lot of fun, but he's made of glass, so.
I would absolutely. Okay, this may not seem like that fun of a thing to watch. I mean, obviously, both of these players are extremely fun to watch, but the two leaders in max exit velo in baseball are Giancarlo Stanton and Shohei Ohtani. Can you imagine them going round for round with each other, just hitting 117-mile-per-hour nukes back to back to back to back?
You'd have to you'd have to give every fan in the outfield a glove. And
Yeah.
just tell them to like
Watch the fuck
hold it
out.
over their head.
Yeah. You're gonna have
Like
to.
you must
oh,
be over the
dude.
age of 16 to be in the outfield because you're gonna
Yeah.
get hit. Like
No,
it would be awesome.
in Coors Field, dude. This is gonna be a home run derby of the century. Like
Yeah,
usually
it's
the
gonna
home
be
run
really
derby is
fun.
just kind of like a fun little thing. You know, you can obviously we all watch it because we're big baseball fans, but you know, it's not. You know, it's nothing insane typically, but this year's gonna be a very big exception to that rule.
I have another pick for my dream team. I would probably pick Ryan McMahon because he's used to Coors Field. He plays there all the time. He's currently at 16 home runs in the leaderboard. And he's been red hot this year. So I would like to see him in the Derby.
He's in the National League though.
True.
We're talking about our American leagues for now.
Oh, I thought we were just doing it in general. Okay.
Now
Oh,
we're
no,
gonna
because
we're gonna
It's 4v4, right? So it's like
Yeah.
the American League.
Yeah.
We got 2 more. But
no, the
okay,
third.
so I know that.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
No, my third guy is honestly one of the most just like stereotypical power hitter type guy, Matt Olson, dude. Matt
Yeah.
Olson. No one
Matt
like.
Olson.
You know, I understand there's a steep drop off after Shohei and Vlad, but Matt Olson's been tearing the cover off the ball this season, and I feel like, especially in Coors, man, just he has so much pop in that bat.
He's been playing really under the radar. Like
Oh, without a doubt.
everybody talks about the top guys like Vlad, Tatis, Ohtani. Like not a lot of people talk about Matt Olson. Like nobody expected him to go diamond, and I looked at the stats and I'm like, yeah, he deserves to
no.
be diamond.
He could be an MVP candidate if it wasn't 2021.
Yeah, I do think he could be an MVP candidate. I think he still is because we're only not even halfway there yet.
Yeah,
but-
I mean someone has to finish third, but which is unfortunate for this year. It's gonna be like all the first place votes and then everybody else. 1 and 2.
I mean that's how it is a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But so I had Matt Olson as my 4th spot as well. But a guy I'm replacing Stan with because I don't think Stan will actually do it, even though I want him to. Rafael Devers. I mean, he'll be fun to watch. He
love me some
breaks.
Rafi Devers.
I think it would be fun to watch.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I think he'd be really fun to watch. You know me, I love me some lefties. So if I could have all lefties in there and then Vlad, that'd be a damn good bracket. Honorable mentions to Mitch Haniger and what's his name? Trey Mancini. Trey Mancini be a fun one to watch. Imagine that comeback story. Both of them are tearing the cover off the ball. Jose Ramirez is up there. Jared Walsh could be a nice little alternate for my Angels.
It was so close to putting Walsh in.
Yeah.
I want just give me that sweet ass lefty swing, one-handed follow through.
Right?
All of it. Feed it to me.
Yeah, if he has a righty on the mound, he's chilling.
I think J-Ram would be a nice honorable mention too.
Yeah.
I feel like he's done it before.
J-Ram
J-Ram
is fast. Did you guys know this? Did you know J-Ram is fast?
Are you talking about the play?
No, he's just fast. He's like second in stolen bases or something. Last time I checked, I don't know where he's at now, but no, Jose Ramirez. How many stolen bases does he have this year? Damn, people have been stealing like crazy lately. Where is he at on here? He was early in the season. He had like 8 stolen bases in the first month, but it looks like he dropped off a little bit. But yeah, Merrifield's been going crazy. Acuna's up there. It doesn't look like he's top 10 anymore. I don't know if maybe he slowed down a little bit. It's kind of hard to steal bases when you're literally the only offense in your team. Yeah,
well, it's not like he's taking the bat out of anyone's hands if he gets thrown out. Like
yeah,
I will make another point here. This doesn't really relate to the home run derby because I don't think this man would make it, or if he would want to at that point. But the All-Star game, Cedric Mullins.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He's starting to make a case for me. He really is. Like
I think he's got to be there. He's been raking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could, like him and John Means could be the Orioles along with Trey Mancini.
Yeah. Oh no, without a doubt. It's just people disrespect guys who don't hit home runs.
Yeah.
Cedric Mullins is
a lot of fun to watch.
I assume he's their leadoff hitter right now. I haven't watched an Orioles game in a minute, but great contact guy. He's the kind of guy you want at the top of your order. And it's not like he doesn't have pop, but he just doesn't swing for the fences. He's not that kind of guy.
I think he has 11 home runs right now.
I think he hit 2 home runs yesterday, right? He hit 2 home runs the other day, so Yeah, no, he definitely deserves a spot. Like, but he's on the Orioles, so he's definitely not going to
Yeah.
get voted in. He'll be added by is the players that vote for the reserves?
I
Yes.
think so.
I don't know how the reserves go.
I think so. Yeah. He should be there though.
The fan
Really
vote
should
has
be.
just made me realize how fucking stupid most people are.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Kurt
See, I don't.
Suzuki is like 5th in catcher voting.
I'm conflicted. I love the fact that MLB gets the fans involved because that's great for the game because like it makes people think, it makes people watch more baseball and all that stuff. But at the same time, there are a bunch of idiots out there who just vote their favorite players like from their favorite teams, like don't think logically, like with the stats and
True.
everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I saw a joke that was like, I can't believe Kurt Suzuki's mom made 32,000 different emails.
Saw that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. American League
So
catcher,
that-
man. Mm-hmm.
I mean, so we talked about a lot of guys there. I think obviously we know Ohtani's going to be in there. I think any of the other guys we talked about, it would be one hell of a derby to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
So let's
speaking-
go over our fours real quick. Because I feel like we just kind of threw names out there. We didn't
Yeah,
actually say
that's
our
what-
brackets. Yeah. So I'm definitely going, obviously, Shohei and Vlad are kind of a lock. My 3 and 4 spots, I am going to go with Matt Olson. I think Matt Olson would make a really good addition. And I like seeing faces that we haven't seen before in these derbies. I think the only returning one for me is going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. There are definitely a lot of other good options out there, but I do think I'm gonna end up sticking with. I don't know. It's definitely close, but I think I would go with Adolis Garcia. I think Adolis Garcia, get a second righty in there, 2 righties, 2 lefties.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah, some young energy in the team, and a Rangers player. Like the Rangers aren't going to get a lot of fun out of the All-Star game, so let them have something in the home run derby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it'd be
I-
really cool.
I have the exact same 4: Shohei, Vlad, Olson, Adolis.
The only difference for me, I have Matt Olson. I would want Stanton there, but again, I don't think he's going to do it. So I do
yeah.
want to see Rafi Devers in there. I think it would be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'd be a lot of fun. I don't think he's ever been in a derby before.
I
if I'm
don't
not
think
mistaken.
so.
Honestly, whoever's job it is to decide these teams is gonna have a rough week, or rough month, I
Yeah.
guess,
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to come up with your dream bracket. It's another to get people to actually fucking do it. So
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm sure half these guys that we want to be in there are gonna say no to it. Matt Olson seems like a guy that's gonna say no, especially with a dude who's hitting like a typical like 150 to 190 hitter, who's batting in the 300s right now, who's actually like getting on base. He's probably not gonna
yeah,
wanna
he
mess
probably
with the
won't want to
swing.
mess with his swing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That-
I think it's
No, I was gonna transition over to the
Yeah.
NL.
Mhm.
For me, the top 3 were easy. Whether it happens, like again, I'm talking dream brackets. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. Doesn't matter how many games this dude's missed. He still leads the National League in home runs. Give me Tatis. Just feed me all the Tatis shit you can.
Oh yeah.
Should be a lock.
Incredible for the game. So I gotta have him on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Tatis. I don't. Tatis is the guy who I don't think's gonna compete. That's if I had a hot take to give, that is it. He literally injured himself on a swing and miss this season, and he's missed so many games that I don't think it's a good idea for him to compete. However, if he does, I will not be sitting here complaining. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But if any of these
Yeah, I
guys were
feel
gonna
the
miss,
same way.
I'm thinking him. But
I feel the
definitely,
same way.
yeah, he'd definitely be my top pick as well. I'm not gonna take the obvious one because, yeah, I don't know. We've already seen him that many times. I'm actually gonna go with Jesse Winker. You know me. He's Matt Olson in left field. Matt Olson if he played on the Reds and was a left fielder. So, smooth swing, demolishes right-handed pitching. He has 17 home runs this year. Yeah, just a damn good ball player, damn good hitter against righties. He's a really good candidate for the home run derby.
I also had Jesse Winker down.
I had Jesse Winker too.
I mean, dude, he robbed a home run the other day. Did you see that? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
He robbed a home run in San Diego, so that was cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Max Fielding, I will be the show. Do it.
Wasn't expecting that.
Okay, well, okay. I mean,
Obviously.
again, he's another guy where I don't care how many fucking derbies he's in. I want Acuna in there as well. Tatis versus Acuna. That debate goes on forever. I need it again. I need it in the derby in Colorado. The dude still has 21 home runs, so it's not like it's not like it's a cheap pick. You know, he still leads the league in home runs, or is like close to it. I want it.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think he did well in the one in 2019, if I don't remember correctly. So
I think he was eliminated the first round.
yeah, so he gets a chance to redeem himself here.
Yeah, I would like to see Acuna too.
He doesn't strike me as the prototypical home run derby type, though. He's like a damn good ball player when he's facing major league caliber pitching, but I don't know. Because maybe I'm just having a flashback from 2019 where he wasn't crushing the ball, but he doesn't seem like a batting practice type. You know, he's more of a competitor. So
I think, but if you tell him that he's facing off against Tatis and then the other guy that I'm going to mention here in a minute, I mean, just the way he can hype up the game, like him and Tatis, the way they pimp home runs and everything, just like, I want them to bat flip after every fucking hit homer they have in the derby. Like it would be.
yeah,
It's
they
more of
should
a
have
battle
like
competition.
they should have like a robot there ready to hand him a new bat every swing.
Exactly.
And they just flip it.
Yeah.
There should be
if it's
okay.
if like final round you got Tatis versus Acuna and like say Acuna like a walk off where he had like Tatis hit 11 and Acuna gets his 12th to win it. But I want him to just fucking whip his bat as far as he can.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we have-
that's why he's got to be there.
The NBA has the dunk contest. Can we get the bat flip contest going?
Exactly.
The MLB
Yeah,
All-Star
there's
Game.
so much
bat
showboating
flip
in that. There's
contest.
so much showboating in that. That's really the only thing I'll watch related to the NBA.
It
Like,
doesn't.
other than
Yeah.
maybe like the finals.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like a whole spectacle, but it could be a nice little, throw me your most creative bat flip. Get a few of the.
Just
Yeah.
look at some of the MLB The Show options and do one of those.
I, would,
Oh, yeah.
I think I would win that.
Just
I think I
fly
would
like
win that.
Superman.
I mean, there's one where he like literally uses the bat as a telescope and then like fucking throws it. So
Yeah.
I need to
I
look
love
into some
I
of
love
those.
DD's no animation or no doubt animation.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, where he just throws
That and
it.
Torii Hunter, those are so clean.
Dude,
The-
Torrey Hunter
okay,
just, like,
the best bat flips are the
fucking-
ones where they just finish their swing and just let go of the bat and just start
Oh,
walking.
yeah.
They don't like put it down, they don't place it, they don't throw it, they just let go of it. Like they already know
They
it's
make
gone.
contact and let go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's badass because the second you make contact with it, yep, that's gone. You probably know before
exactly.
you make contact with it, you're like, oh, hanging curveball, gone. You're
Yep,
bat
this is
flitting
mine.
before you even swing. Just drop the bat in the box. Be like, oh shit, I forgot to hit it out first. My bad. Anyways,
So
so Cunha, Tatis,
Winker, we all had Winker.
you want to talk?
And-
McMahon was
Yeah.
mine.
Oh yeah, you had McMahon.
No, I think
Just-
McMahon's
just
a lock.
because Just because he represents the Rockies, he's played there a lot.
No, I think he's a lock. He's Todd Frazier from the 2015 Home Run Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
Ryan McMahon is
So
going to
you're
be.
predicting McMahon wins. You heard it here first.
I don't know if I'd predict that he wins. I think he'll go further than you think, though. Kind of like a
Yeah.
Justin
Yeah.
Bohr in the 2017 one.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
Bro,
dude.
you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Did he beat
I
out
love
Stanton or
me some Justin
Judge?
Bohr.
Didn't he beat out Stanton or Judge, one of them?
Judge won that one. So.
Or no, he was in the
might have beat
National
out
League.
Stanton.
I think he beat out
Yeah.
Jock Peterson, I want to say, in 2017. Jock Peterson loves to compete in the Home Run Derby.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I love McMahon. I think he's a Home Run Derby type.
Yeah.
Yeah, get his
think he
name
will.
out there. Obviously, he had that huge start to the season, but he's still done pretty well throughout the season. I didn't have McMahon in my bracket, and again, I'm going with this competition theme, the debate we've always had. Like, I gotta have Juan Soto in there too. Do I think he's gonna do it? No. But
No.
Tatis, Acuna, Soto. Oh my God, how fun that would be!
How many home
I
runs
don't
does
think-
Soto have this year, though?
I don't think
Yeah.
Soto does it.
He was. I think he was injured a little bit to start the season. It doesn't. For me, it doesn't matter how many home runs he has. We
Yeah.
know how good of a hitter he is.
Well,
Put him in there.
We've had guys who haven't hit a lot of home runs in the past be in the Home Run Derby.
No, it's
Sometimes-
Brandon Inge,
Brandon
dude. Joe
Inge.
Mauer.
How many home runs did he have at that point, though?
Overall, in that 2009 season, Joe Mauer had 28, Brandon Inch had 27.
Yeah, so I'd guess they had like
Roughly half of
15.
that,
Probably had
15 to
around
15,
15.
something like that, yeah.
I'm talking like because Soto I think only has like 8. I want to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
look
don't
for
even
him
think he has
now.
double digits. I'm just on MLB.com going the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, he only has 8.
Wow, look at me, spot on. Hire me, MLB.
Still having a good year though.
Yeah, no, I mean, and he's getting unlucky if you look at the advanced metrics, but yeah, he'll break out. He might have one of those crazy second half. We'll go to second half Juan Soto at the end of the year in MLB The Show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. For me, I think obviously we're gonna have to have Tatis and Acuna. That would be ideal. Even though I don't think Tatis will compete, I'm gonna still have him in my 4.
Yep.
Acuna obviously 2. I think Ryan McMahon definitely he has to be in it. You got an actual Rockies player on one of the same thing with the Adolis Garcia for the Rangers. You throw the Rockies a damn bone. They're hosting the All-Star game on 6 months
their bone,
notice.
man. They took
Yeah,
it
but
away in Atlanta.
He has
Yeah,
to
but
be there.
why are Rockies fans going to go there to watch Fernando Tatis? They've seen Fernando Tatis Jr. hit enough home runs at Coors Field already.
Just
They
hit
don't need
3 last
Yeah,
weekend, so yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
they don't need to pay for that. They'd want to see Ryan McMahon hit home runs at Coors Field in the home run derby. So, yeah, that's why he's got to be in there for me. Like I said, Todd Frazier in 2015. Todd Frazier wasn't the favorite in 2015, so you never know. And I feel like the favorite never wins the home run derby.
No.
Never.
No, never.
No,
Never. It's very unpredictable.
Except for the year Stanton won. I think it was 18.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw a wild card in there just because I know he's literally like dying to be in the home run derby again, and that's the 2020 or 2019 winner, Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso is begging to be in the home run derby. He wants it so bad. If Tatis says no, that's the kind of guy who I think's gonna be like, huh? You know, he's probably like knocking on the door of whoever like decides it, just being like, hey, let me in. I'm Pete Alonso. I do one thing and I do it well.
True.
So that's my 4th pick. Yeah, I think that'd be a fun as hell home run derby, man. God, that's my dream bracket.
Yeah, my dream is Tatis, Acuna, Soto. You know, like that best young player in the game debate, and then Winker's got to be there. He just fucking mashes. I have 3 honorable mentions. Max Muncy, who I know just got hurt, but is having an incredible season.
Mm-hmm.
Castellanos is having an incredible season. Dude is like he's one of the most confident guys out there. He would be insane to watch for sure. I mean, he's got a beautiful right-handed swing, which you can't say about that many people. And then this is kind of a joke, but I guarantee Jacob deGrom wouldn't come in last. He would do super well.
I don't know, man. He's a shortstop. I wouldn't consider him a power guy.
Yeah.
Dude, he's driven in more runs than he has given up earned runs this year. He hit a home run in college off of Chris Sale.
So has Shohei
6-4.
Ohtani.
Yeah.
So has Shohei Ohtani.
No, okay, Ohtani.
Shohei's hit more home runs than he's given up earned runs. Thank you very much.
Ohtani doesn't count. He's literally not a human being.
Yeah, but neither is Jacob deGrom.
But my point is,
He's borderline a human being. He's a borderline human.
But I think deGrom would be hilarious and fun. I just wanted to mention that he's by far the best. Other than people named Shohei Ohtani, he's the best hitting pitcher in the game.
What if a major league team is like miraculously just signed Bartolo Colon, and then he entered the home run derby? Imagine how fun that would be.
He's dealing in Mexico. I'm pretty sure he's playing in Mexico.
He is. I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Like I saw in the offseason that he was actually hoping to get signed again, but that he wanted to work on himself and his command and all this kind of stuff, and like wait till the next year to hopefully get signed by another major league team, because I think he's aiming for like 260 wins in his career. I think he's at like 250.
The Angels could use him.
Something like that.
Yeah, dude. Angels, put him in the bullpen, man. Can't be worse than what you already got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Angels
Imagine
could
him
use him.
Imagine him as your closer, though.
Joe Madden loves to take out his starters in the 6th inning, so just remove him in the 5th with 2 outs, and then let Bartolo throw one pitch with an 8-run lead. That's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Easy dubs.
Yeah. Honestly, oh, dude, wins. That's such a funny stat. You could literally do that and get a guy with like 50 wins on the year.
Yeah.
If a manager wanted to do that just to fuck with the stat book, he could. Baseball's weird.
Wins are meaningless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We are about halfway through this episode, so now that I think we've talked about the home run derby,
Nick didn't
talked
give
about
us
a
our.
lot-
Nick didn't
Oh
give
yeah,
us his
sorry, my bad.
Oh,
throwing him under the bus.
Tatis, Acuna, as always.
Oh,
Tatis, Acuna, Winker, McMahon, and an honorable mention would be Castellanos. I would have to take Castellanos. He's just a pimp.
yeah,
He's
dude.
just-
I think he would do it too.
yeah.
He seems like one of those guys that would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be a lot of fun. Like, imagine him and Tatis going at it. Tatis and Acuna, Tatis, Castellanos. Either one would be an awesome matchup to watch.
It's going to be very interesting to see who does and doesn't compete.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at least one of the big three, one of the three juniors, and my money is all 100% on Tatis, is not going to do it.
All the
Honest
It's like
throw.
the perfect year, dude.
What if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. doesn't do it? This man has got a smooth as butter swing. He is hitting better than anybody in the league. Why would he want to fuck with that?
No, you're right.
I know
just
he has
want
all
him-
You got a point.
I know he has all the pressure in the world on him right now to compete in this home run derby, but why? If you're
No, he
hitting
doesn't
that
have to.
well,
I mean, if Pete Alonso doesn't do it, didn't Vlad get second in that derby? So like,
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
redemption season again. I don't know. There is a pretty good bag involved, money wise, for winning.
Yeah.
So maybe he wants it, maybe he doesn't. Also, there's a pretty good money incentive for winning the MVP. So does he want to fuck with the swing? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a slippery
That's,
slope.
that's an interesting point. I
Yeah,
didn't think
right?
about
I don't know. It'll
it's impossible to predict who's going to be in it because like we don't know who's going to decide not to do it. You know, like just because of all the extenuating, that's a word, circumstances. Fuck was I going to say?
I kind of know what you're talking about.
I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, Tatis. I know obviously the injury history is there, so I won't be surprised if he doesn't do it, but it feels like the perfect year for him to do it. Like, he was on the cover of MLB The Show. The Padres are good again. Like, I know they're in a slide right now, but like he's leading the NL MVP race. Like, it just feels like the perfect way for him to ride out. He just got all that money. Like, it would be like 2021 would be the year of Tatis if he did it. Like, imagine if he won.
I think the team can prevent you from doing it though, can't they? Like the Padres, since they signed him, they probably have something in his contract that says they can tell him no.
Maybe.
Would
I
that
don't know.
actually be a thing though?
I think it
Is
would.
that, like I've never,
I don't know if they
I've
could be
never
like
heard of that.
like absolutely not, you can't do it, but they could be like, we strongly advise that you don't do this. So
They could probably penalize him financially if he gets
maybe.
hurt.
What are you going to penalize $324 million? Like,
Yeah, like he's
doesn't
getting all
fuck.
the money in the world at 22 years old.
yeah.
Literally making a lot more money than I am.
I don't know, man. Teams can do some shady shit.
Oh yeah.
They can't pay their minor leaguers. Oh, dude. Little shout out to TJ Antone real quick. We have dumb fucks like James Karinchak donating all their money to police stations that already have billions of dollars of funding. Sorry to get political, but TJ Antone just made a foundation where he's basically donating just a shit ton of money to paying minor leaguers to do their job. He actually gets compensated for their work as opposed to getting $900 for 2 weeks where they legitimately can't afford to live. They can barely afford to buy food. And if they have God forbid they have a family.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, dude,
Yeah.
I can't stand it. But TJ Anto, man, big props.
I
to
saw
him.
that. I saw that on James Karinchak's story that he was doing that to police stations and shit like that. I'm like, bro, they already have a lot of money and funding, and I immediately unfollowed him after that. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
goodbye.
Like, why are you just throw your money away at that point? Just fucking burn it. There's so
Yeah.
much powerful shit you could do with that kind of money and it's not like he's, has the biggest contract in baseball, but if you're going to donate money, why would you donate to something that's not going to make any difference whatsoever? You can support the police. I'm fine with that. Fly your Blue Lives Matter flag, whatever.
Same here.
But why are you donating money to a cause that doesn't need it? You might as well donate to the fucking Bill Gates Foundation to support his pockets. I don't know.
You might as well. Karen Check might as well have just burned his money right there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want it to come off like I'm saying fuck the police or whatever. We can talk about that in our free time.
I'm clipping that. That's the only clip I'm gonna take from all of this. You saying fuck the police.
I'm just saying, man.
Just drop it all out.
Don't fucking give your money to people who need it. If you want to be nice and donate, or keep your money, I don't care. Just stop giving it to places that don't need it. It's stupid. I understand what he was going for, to like own the libs or whatever, but shit, man. Come on, bro.
Now, before we get too deep into this, make sure you stay tuned for when our next episode comes out, because we are going to be talking about the state of baseball, things going on. Obviously, there's been a lot of shit in the news about baseball, the state of it. We are going to be doing an episode about that, talking about that. But for now, we are going to give Nolan the floor. We're going to move on from the home run derby, where we talked about a lot of MVP candidates, and now we're going to talk about our AL and NL MVP races. You guys all know, if you follow Nolan, he loves Ohtani more than anyone. Nolan, you have the floor.
All right. Well, as you can see behind me by my Ohtani shrine, looks more like a summoning circle or something. You know, maybe he'll just show up at my door one day. I'll get a knock at it. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani, man. Not only is he... Okay, first of all, you can make a case that Shohei Ohtani... I'm not saying you can make a case he's a better hitter than Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but he is possibly a top 5 hitter in the American League. Probably top 3, if I'm being honest. And fact that he is that close to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as a hitter, you don't even have to, not even mentioning that he's a fucking pitcher, he's a top 3 MVP candidate.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you throw in that he has a sub-3 ERA with one of the best strikeout per 9 ratios in the MLB. He has possibly I think he does have the best pitch in Major League Baseball. His splitter is unhittable.
Yeah.
It's better than any of Jacob deGrom's pitches. It's literally the best pitch in baseball. He does have some command issues. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's an ace on the mound, but he's by far the best pitcher on the Angels right now. That's not saying much, but still, he's carrying a team one day a week on the mound, and he's carrying a team the other 6 days out of the week on the field or at the plate. He hits the ball as hard as Giancarlo Stanton does. He runs comparable, like a little bit slower than Trey Turner. Honestly, comparable to Tatis. They have a very similar sprint speed. He's hitting the ball like Stanton. He's running like Tatis, and he's pitching like... I don't really know who to compare him to pitching-wise. It's kind of tough, but he has the strikeout stuff of DeGrom with the command of somebody with shitty command. But I'm just saying, he's literally... It cannot be overstated how fucking amazing Shohei Ohtani is, and how he's just a lock for the MVP no matter what happens.
At this moment.
Yeah, no, he would have to miss the rest of the season for me to not win the MVP, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would have to win the Triple Crown. And still, if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hits for the Triple Crown, Shohei Ohtani kind of evens out, maybe hits like 260 with 30 home runs this year and has an ERA of 3.5. I still think that Shohei wins the MVP because he's still a more valuable player. But it could be
I agree. I don't know if this is another thing we could talk about in our State of Baseball episode, but I don't know if the writers will give it to him. They're, old farts, whatever. But I do agree with you. Like, I think if Ohtani misses like a month and a half, the writers won't vote him, no matter what. Whether I agree with them or not, I just don't think it'll happen. Obviously, I'm not predicting that he's going to miss any time. But
I just think it's funny when they post about like the MVP conversation. It's the conversation is, hey, is Shohei Ohtani the AL MVP? Yes. That is the entire conversation right there. That is it. Is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. a great ball player? Is he the best hitter in Major League Baseball? Maybe not baseball. It depends if Tatis does what he's doing for the rest of the year. But is he the best hitter in the American League? Without a doubt, in my opinion. But he doesn't pitch.
Because he pitches.
Yeah, and I'm seeing, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he lost some weight this season, but he's not stealing bases like Shohei Ohtani is. So that's another tool that Yeah, Shohei is literally like a fucking 20-tool player. He can do everything.
Literally. He's a 5-tool player, and then he also pitches and is amazing at that. So
The
Yeah, and
man
I would
can
argue
literally do
that
anything.
Vladimir Guerrero is a three-tool player at best because he's not fast. He's solid defensively now. He was
Yeah, he's been a lot
atrocious in
better
the
this year.
past. Obviously, it's just a question of it's not a question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It's just not a question. There's no
no,
debate to
I
be
agree.
made.
Right now, Ohtani has to win.
Yeah.
At this moment. Obviously, we're going to talk about more guys than just Ohtani, because it is a conversation. Because
Quote,
we're
unquote.
only 65 games into the season. Obviously, Vlad Jr. I think is in second right now. I mean, his hitting stats are off the charts. He has the potential to win the Triple Crown and somehow not win the MVP. I'll mention a few other guys that we've kind of previously already talked about a little bit. In my runner-up, like someone has to get third place. I think these four guys I'm about to mention have a chance. Matt Olson having an incredible year. He's on one of the best teams in the American League in the Oakland A's, and we know the writers care about that. Xander Bogaerts having an amazing season. The Red Sox are a really good team. You know the writers care about that. I'm just gonna. He's not on the radar right now, but don't count him out because I say this all the time. He's an MVP candidate every season, and he's extremely underrated. Jose Ramirez is going to be in the MVP conversation by the end of the year. I just can guarantee it.
He always
and
is. Always
a
is.
guy who came off the IL today obviously missed a lot of time. If he has some insane second half, he could still be in the conversation. Byron Buxton. He wasn't wasn't front runner, but he was in the conversation before he went hurt. If he somehow ends up in near the league leaders in home runs, OPS, all that stuff, he still has a chance. Just wanted to mention him because he comes off the IL today.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Like if Buxton can find that fire that he had before he went on the IL, he could definitely be a lock for a contender for the AL MVP. And I agree with you there with Matt Olson as well because he's been tearing the cover off the ball this year.
Dude, I wish, in MLB The Show, you can turn on and off injuries. If we could just turn off injuries, can you imagine this 4-horse race, maybe 5-horse if you include Matt Olson, between Trout, Buxton, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Shohei Ohtani right now?
Yeah.
Can you fucking imagine that with how hot Buxton and Trout were to start the year, and then all of a sudden Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes out and is doing insane things, and then obviously Shohei. I think Shohei would still be the front runner in that conversation, but damn, dude, injuries really robbed us of a legendary American League MVP race. I think it's still going to be a good one, but yeah,
It's not going to be as good as it could have been.
Yeah, when I'm voting for the All-Star game, I'm like, yeah, Adolis Garcia's having a good year. Aaron Judge is having a good year. These guys are. But then you see Buxton and Trout stats from May, and you're just like, damn it. Why aren't these guys healthy? Why aren't these guys healthy?
I didn't mention Aaron Judge. He's in a bit of a slide right now, so that's why he's not on my list. If he does pick it up, he's obviously in the conversation. He's having an insane year. He's definitely going to be starter on the All-Star team. But I didn't want my Yankee bias to show through too much.
I will say if Trout gets voted to the All-Star team, I think he's still going to start because I think he'll be healthy literally a week from the All-Star game, maybe a little less.
Yeah.
I
So-
think it said
It was a week before the All-Star game.
I think yesterday, a few days ago, it came out that it was about a month away, right? So
I don't know. They interviewed him the other night during the Tigers game on YouTube, and they talked about him. He said he hasn't resumed baseball activities yet, but he should be doing that soon. So
that means about I would at least 3 weeks, right? So
Yeah, I would say 3.
we'll see. If he is healthy, he's gonna start because the fans are gonna vote him in. Even most fans don't even know he's hurt. They're just seeing the stats when they go to vote for the All-Star team. They're like, this guy's batting 400 with a 600 OBP. I don't even think they put on base percentage there, do they?
probably not.
No, it's just
OPS.
OPS when they're voting.
OPS is good and all, but shit, there's so many better stats. I will say MLB is in love with OPS. It's their favorite stat.
It's a good stat. It's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
At least it's not batting average.
Oh,
Batting average is
OPS
on
is a
there.
way better stat than batting average. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways.
You guys have any other I mentioned 6 guys there. Obviously, we are all in agreement. I believe that Ohtani would, if the season ended today, he'd win it.
Yeah,
But
he would honestly have to because I love Vlad Jr. Obviously, we thought that Vlad Jr. was gonna bounce back and have an MVP season. But just Shohei has just been off the rails this year, man. Like Nolan said, he can hit, but he can also pitch really really well, and that's going to be the deciding factor between Shohei Ohtani and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the pitching.
Oh yeah, easily. I will throw another name in there just because he's been on such a like legendary tear the last week or so. That's Jose Altuve getting like a revenge tour going. This man, he has 16 home runs right now, dude.
He's
Like,
hit
I know he
9
had
home
a
runs doing alone.
yeah. No, he's been having a crazy month. We're probably gonna get a Player of the Month Altuve for MLB The Show. I'm fine with it. He's got an okay swing.
I haven't watched though. I think he's only like an 81 right now. He'll go back up to diamond here shortly.
Yeah, but no,
You're welcome for that investment.
Yeah, no, he's very good. So we'll see. God damn it, Nick. I like how it was too loud for the mic to pick up, so we didn't hear it.
Audio only, people. He smacked a trash can with a plastic water bottle.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else in here. So.
I can't wait for our fixing baseball discussion about that one fucking clown on Twitter.
So much talk. That episode, like I could probably talk about that for 4 hours. Oh my god.
Let's get into the National League MVP race before we get there. I guess I talked too much about Ohtani. Y'all can start this one out.
Nick, you want to rant? You want me to rant? What do you want?
Who's your favorite right now?
My favorite for the NL MVP? Oh god, it's hard. It's hard for me to pick because I value pitching a lot, but you can't really deny Fernando Tatis Jr. because he's just having an insane season. He's leading the National League in almost every offensive category. But Jacob deGrom is also having one of the most legendary starts to an MLB season. But he's missed a couple starts. I think it was like 4 or 5, or not 5.
The last couple starts, he's pulled himself out because of injuries. I don't know if he's missed any starts.
He's missed at least like 3 or 4 starts because he's around 70 innings pitched. Most pitchers who've made every start are around 100, 110 innings pitched. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at the stats earlier on MLB.com, and I think I can't remember. I think it's Sandy Alcantara and Trevor Bauer. They're at the top of the innings pitched leaderboard. And DeGrom, I think he's like 70 or 80 innings. I'm not sure if that's correct.
So Zach Wheeler leads the National League in innings pitched at 96.
Okay, so around 100.
Yeah.
I saw a stat that said, I believe it was, what was it? He said, what was it? It was something on Twitter, basically saying like he needs to average at least 5 2/3 innings pitched the rest of the year to reach kind of the threshold that most pitchers will reach to be considered for like the Cy Young and whatnot. And the fact that, and I also was listening to the Baseball Tonight podcast earlier in the car, and they were talking about how all 3 of the injuries he's faced this year have all been separate injuries, so none of them are related to each other, which is good and bad, because it's not like he has one injury that keeps coming back and it's going to haunt him the rest of the year, but it also shows he's kind of made glass right now. But the fact he can fucking hurt his shoulder and still throw 8 strikeouts in 3 perfect innings.
Yeah.
Well, he's having like 1968 it was?
1968, Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson literally made the baseball change the mound because of how dominant he was. And I know a lot of pitchers were dominant. And right now we're living in another dead ball era after they dejuiced the balls. It's a whole other thing we'll talk about in the State of Baseball episode. But I mean, DeGrom is literally making hitting impossible right now. And I don't know. I just think it would be incredible if he has like a 1-something ERA, maybe even less than that, and wins the MVP. I think it's a 2-horse race right now between Tatis and DeGrom. There are other guys I'm going to mention, but I think there's definitely right now those are my top 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Acuna's in the conversation, but Tatis has definitely been playing better than Acuna the entire time he's been healthy. So, and I'm pretty confident that Tatis will be the front runner towards the end of the year. I just don't have faith that DeGrom's going to pitch enough for me to consider him an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
really don't.
we'll
He'll
see.
most likely win the Cy Young, but the MVP is a little bit more iffy.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't know.
Especially like you were saying with the 3 different injuries, that just opens the door. Like obviously they weren't related to each other earlier on this season, but if they do come back all like around the same time, then it kind of screws DeGrom like for the rest of the year, and like he wouldn't win the MVP at that point. It would have to go to Tatis if he keeps playing well.
Yeah, Tatis is definitely my pick at the moment. Um, like I said, I do like Acuna. If back when I made a video on this earlier, but back when Tatis was still injured and DeGrom hadn't made as many starts, then I think Acuna is the front runner if neither one of them can stay healthy. But assuming one of the two stays healthy the rest of the year, majority of the year, I should say, they're easily the top two.
Yeah,
I know Tatis has missed a lot of games, which some people like knock, but he's still at the leaderboard for like so many different things where it
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no, that it cancels it out. It doesn't matter to me at all.
exactly.
that
Like if
missed
he
a
did
couple
have the games played, he'd be far and away above everyone on the leaderboard. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he missed a couple games. I don't give a shit.
yeah, exactly.
He's leading the
Yeah.
National League in every offensive category, almost every offensive category. So
Stop making errors,
matter.
but that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think he's at like 12 or 13 errors maybe this year.
It's a lot.
Oh,
It's too
yeah.
many.
Yeah, I don't even know the exact number. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. I think he just tries to get too flashy with it sometimes. Cause he plays so fucking like loose.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rendon plays. You ever
Oh,
watch
Rendon.
Anthony Rendon, dude? He's literally like jumping up and down in the batter's box. He's just like, and then he just swings the bat at the first
fuck is
pitch, and
that?
then he pops up to like the warning track every at bat. Like, that's what he does. Watch him fucking bat. He's on a trampoline. He's on a guy. Yeah, dude. All he does is bounce.
Oh god. That was funny.
Yeah, that's what he does, man. I'm serious. You gotta watch his at bats. It's tough to
I'll
watch.
snap that after this.
Rendon's contract might end up being worse than Lindor's if he can't stay healthy or play better.
I mean, they're both not. Yeah, they're both pretty bad at the moment, but
Lindor has
Lindor's
2
been
bombs
picking it up.
today, so
He
yeah,
does.
Lindor's been taking it up.
Yeah, that's what Rendon has not. But Rendon's been hurt the entire season, and he also has missed the last 3 games with another injury when he was just starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyways,
I was just gonna say, sort of like the AL MVP is a 2-horse race with Vladdy and Ohtani. I think the same thing with the NL, Tatis and DeGrom.
DeGrom.
But I've got a couple more guys I'll mention here, runners up. Muncy, I know he's on the IL, but he still had an incredible season. Jesse Winker, obviously. I mean, is he terrible against lefties? Pretty much, yeah. But that doesn't matter because his stats on the season are still fantastic. Acuna's in the conversation, still among the leaders in most offensive categories. And then Nick Castellanos might be the best hitter in the National League. It's close.
Nick Castellanos is also the luckiest hitter in the National League, though. Last I checked, his BABIP was over 400. Like, I'm not trying to knock him. Yeah, I'm not trying to knock him. Say he's not a good hitter, but I think his stats are a little inflated right now. I don't know if he's gonna keep this up the rest of the season. I don't know if he's. I think he's just getting lucky. Is what I'm trying to say. I have to double check. Let's see.
Nolan hates Nick Castellanos. You heard it here first.
I don't hate
Despises
him, but I'm just saying. Where's his BABIP at? BABIP.
I mean, his
It is-
expected batting average is 99th percentile.
Yeah,
Like,
but
all of his expected numbers make sense.
his BABIP's 403 right now. Like, that's unsustainable. Juan Soto has very similar. If you look at their Savant pages, they're similar, but 403 BABIP is not. You can't sustain that. You can have the
But even if
luckiest
he goes
season
down
of
a
all
little bit,
time.
Even if he
Yeah.
goes down a little bit, he's still like gonna have an insane season. He offers nothing defensively, but I still think he's got to be in the conversation. I mean, even if he is getting a little lucky in the MVP discussion, results matter more than expected numbers.
Yeah,
So-
but I'm just saying as an MVP candidate, I if we're talking stocks, I'm not investing in Nick Castellanos right now. I'm
Either. I'm
investing
just
more.
saying, if it ended right now,
If it ended
we
right
know
now,
how
yeah.
streaky Castellanos can be. He might have a fucking awful August, and we won't talk about him again. But I just wanted to shout him out because he's having a great year.
Yeah, I
he
gotcha.
really is. Yeah.
No, without a doubt.
But I'd put money on the top three right now being Tatis, Acuna, and DeGrom.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Tatis for me is number one. DeGrom. I don't even. DeGrom's really bugging me with his injuries, man. I can't really see past them like a lot of people seem to be. A lot of people are like, oh, he threw 3 perfect innings with 8 strikeouts. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but he exited in the 4th inning. And the start before, he exited in the 6th inning with an injury. Then the start before, I'm pretty sure he made in AAA because he was in a rehab assignment. I don't know, dude. I'm worried about DeGrom. I think a lot of people are just kind of overlooking the fact that he has like 65 innings pitched.
No, I agree. I just think he has to be in the discussion because this might be the most dominant we've ever seen. Like straight up ever.
Like, even if he's leaving with injuries and missing games and stuff, like he's still shoving no matter what.
Yeah, well, I honestly find it more impressive that he's able to do that while battling these injuries. That's impressive as hell. But you still are going to need sample size if you want to be an MVP candidate. Like, if it ended today, I wouldn't give him the MVP. 64 innings pitched, 60. I think he's at 67 now. That's not enough for me.
You'd have to give it to
No,
Zach
not when the leader. I mean, Zach Wheeler's got 96, so he's 30 behind.
That's
if
at
he's
least 4
30
starts.
behind, even if he's at the 30, like he might miss 2 more starts, and even if he makes every start after that, if he's 30 to 40 innings behind everyone else, still tough to make the argument. I just wanted to you have to talk about him because again, this might be the most dominant pitcher we have ever seen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
and we knew that coming into this year that he was he was clearly the best pitcher in baseball. So anybody who disagreed with that can eat a dick. So.
Yeah. And he probably should have won the Cy Young last year too.
We said results. Bauer had better results. Yeah. It was close, but he had.
It was close, but I mean,
I feel like DeGrom should have been top 2, but.
Well, did he get second?
Was Darvish second?
I think
it was between him and
Darvish.
It was between him and Darvish for third.
But yeah, I just think you have to. I mean, obviously we all knew that he was the best pitcher in the game and it wasn't close. But would I have bet my money on DeGrom possibly having the most dominant season ever? I wouldn't put very much money on it anyway. That was before we knew about all the sticky stuff and the balls being dejuiced. It's the perfect combo for DeGrom to have it. And DeGrom's not using sticky stuff, but it is the perfect combo for him to have an insane, just unbelievable year. But I wouldn't have bet money on him being the best pitcher ever.
I think it's insane to me that he's able to do this kind of shit without foreign substances when there's so many pitchers. Well, the fact that 90% of the league has an advantage over DeGrom and he's still this much better than them, that's absolutely insane.
The thing about DeGrom is and I think part of the reason he pulled himself after these last 2 starts, he knows his body better than any human being might know their own body. That's why he's like, oh, I feel like a slight twinge in my shoulder, not going to risk it. A lot of pitchers would just be like, I'm shoving right now, I'm going to do this. And DeGrom's like, I shove every time I take the mound, so I'm just going to, take it easy this time.
DeGrom playing it smart a little bit.
Exactly. And his mechanics are probably the cleanest mechanics in baseball. If you watch, just go to Pitching Ninja on Twitter and watch some of the overlays he does. Doesn't matter what pitch he's throwing, whether it's 77 mile an hour curveball or 103 mile an hour fastball, his mechanics are exactly the same. The release point's exactly the same. I mean, the dude is insane.
Yeah.
My point was it was the perfect storm for him to have an insane year. I hope he reaches enough innings that we could talk about it realistically by the end of the year. We'll see. But I agree, Tatis has got to be the winner right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope he comes back and plays. I just hope he plays enough for me to consider him an MVP candidate. Because when the last pitcher we saw win the MVP was obviously Kershaw in, I want to say 2014, 2015.
Yep, 14.
Might have been in 11.
Yeah, no, and I don't think he missed a start that entire year, did he? Not that I can remember. Maybe he
I'd have
went
to
on
look.
like the 10-day injured list for a little bit, but that's about it. I think it was the 15-day DL back then, but yeah,
But if you look at the
he
stats,
pitched
like
200 innings, didn't he? Because like
yeah, hold on.
I don't know how many innings I need DeGrom to pitch for me to feel confident he's an MVP candidate. Because like if he does what he's doing, yeah, 200's ideal, but I don't think he's capable of pitching 200 innings at this point. Because if he's going into the All-Star break only throwing 70, 80 innings, he's going to have to throw a lot of complete games.
In 14, Kershaw had 198 innings pitched with a 1.77 ERA. I'm trying to find how many starts he made.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 27 starts.
Yeah, and DeGrom's made 10 starts while some pitchers have made 14, I think, right now? So he's missed about 4 starts.
Yeah. Well, Verlander in 2011, he made 34 starts and pitched 251 innings.
Okay, so it's not. It seems like Kershaw missed some starts then. So it's not the end of the world that he's had a slow start injury wise. So he's definitely possible.
Get, like in between 190, 250 innings, if even possible.
Honestly, I kind of disagree. I think if he gets to like 170, he might have an Kershaw. The year he won MVP had a 1.77 ERA. DeGrom's might be a full point lower than that.
Yeah.
If it's a full point lower at like 160 plus innings, I would give it to him.
He could literally have an ERA under 1 right now. Or he does have it right now. He could have it by the end of the season and make the rest of his starts.
Yeah. No, I think I agree. Kind of in the 170 ballpark for me. It's going to be tough. If he's at like 160, I think he wins the Cy Young. I don't think he wins the MVP.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he has
He's gonna win the Cy Young, no doubt.
He has to throw 150 innings though. Anything under 150 innings, that's not a full season. You can't. I can't justify, especially if somebody's having if nobody's having a good year in the National League pitching wise, that's fine. But like if Zach Wheeler has a 2.5 ERA around that ballpark, 200 plus strikeouts, and DeGrom sitting there with 60 innings less pitched, I don't know. That's just a big fuck you to Zach Wheeler at that point.
I mean, we've seen relievers win the Cy Young before, when they
hate
aren't
getting into
far
relievers.
away. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
and they threw if DeGrom gets that 150 mark, you got to think about it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So we're reaching our end here. Do either of you guys have any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
If you think that there's a conversation to be had about the American League MVP, you might need to see a doctor or maybe read a book, get educated, finish high school. That'd be helpful. Anyways,
good, kid.
Get good, kid. Yes, get gooder.
Get good. Get gooder.
Nick, what do you got for us?
Salvi for top 5 MVP voting.
Salvi for the home run derby. I could get on that.
I'm just kidding.
I could get on Salvi for MVP or for Salvi for home run derby.
I don't think he would do home run derby just because he's battled the injury bug a little bit the last 3 years. For that reason alone, I don't think he would do it. But for closing out today's episode, I think Castellanos makes a stronger case for the NL MVP.
Than who? What do you mean?
He makes it by the end of the year, he'll make a stronger case for the MVP. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're talking about Tatis and DeGrom back and forth here, and Mick brought up Nick Castellanos, but I feel like more people are going to be talking about Castellanos as the season progresses. And by the end of the season, it'll be a hard choice between Tatis, DeGrom, and Castellanos.
Good prediction.
That's fair.
I'll just say my final thought here. Ohtani's got the MVP locked in right now. But for me, I mean, the two lovely gentlemen sitting here with me today did not really question it. But when I said back in January that Vlad Jr. was going to be the MVP, and when I predicted preseason that he was going to win the MVP,
dude, I agreed with you.
People call me fucking nuts. So him being in the discussion, being that firm second place right now, that's a win for me because Ohtani doesn't really count because he's not human and he's insane.
Yeah, they need a Shohei Ohtani award
Literally.
Yeah.
for the best two-way player in baseball.
Him and Jared Walsh are up there.
Yeah, Jared Walsh needs to eat some innings for the Angels when we're getting blown out. We're getting blown out by the Yankees. By the way, you're welcome for setting your offense on fire in like 3 weeks. It's gonna happen, just so you know. So if you're not scoring a lot of runs, just wait. You're about to face the Angels bullpen.
We faced the Blue Jays bullpen, which is why we swept them, which helped.
Yeah. No, the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are in an Angels situation right now. Like they can't win games.
Dude,
They're
Yankees
putting up.
have scored 7 runs. They're not losing to the A's right now. This is insane.
They scored 7 runs.
They're winning.
Against the A's right now. Sergio Romo's currently pitching. I don't know. I haven't really been watching. Oof, it looks like DJ LeMahieu got an RBI base hit on a very early outside slider. MLB The Show players are going to be mad.
Was it even in his PCI?
Oh, it's fully on the PCI, but he was fully like out like this, and he hit it over the third baseman. So
The Marlins are beating the Cubs right now 7-0.
I'm just mad that wasn't a home. MLB The Show, programmers are mad that wasn't a home run.
yeah, that's true.
It's got to be a home run.
MLB The Show players are mad that he didn't swing and miss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate everyone tuning in to today's episode of the Diamond in the Rough podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching if you're here on YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube and, turn on those post notifications so you can be notified when we posted. Check us out on social media and whatnot, and we'll see you guys all in the next one.